So that's it for the project walkthrough. So to proceed, let me introduce to you from our marketing department. So Sir Rovin Pilar. So he is the brand manager for Red Residences. So Sir Rovin.
Thanks, Charles, and good afternoon to all. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
Sir Robin.
Yes.
Okay. Allow me to share
Hello,
my
sir.
screen.
Presentation. We have one in Santa Rosa, one in Binyan, and lastly, Cabuyao. Magkakadikit lang itong mga cities na to.
Charles, can everybody see the screen?
Sir, not yung presentation material.
Okay. Let me just reshare this again, Red. Okay. How about now? Can everybody see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so let's begin, no? Again, no, good afternoon and welcome. We'd like to present today the hottest investment in the metro, which is Red Residences. And I'll tell you why we feel that this is the hottest investment in the metro. No? First, it is in a prestigious and prominent location. So it is part of Makati City, and we all know that Makati City is a highly dynamic and progressive city because it is home to the Makati CBD. Just to give you all an idea, no, the Makati CBD has around 83,000, business establishments and also plays host to some 46 embassies and 36 consulates. But aside from that, no, it has the highest concentration of corporate headquarters, both local and multinational, as well as the head offices for most of the top Philippine banks. No? That is why office and residential spaces are the most valuable and sought after. No? However, the situation now in Makati City is that there is a dearth of developable land, meaning to say, if you go to the Makati Central area, land is really lacking of developable land. That is why majority of the developers are looking at the fringes. No? Now, why do we say that Red Residences is the hottest investment in the metro? Second reason, it is in a valuable location. Now, why do I say valuable location? No? Just to give you an idea, historically, no, in Makati, Colliers Philippines noted that the Philippines experienced a house price boom from 2010 to 2018, with Makati CBD prices rising by almost 132%. Okay. In quarter 4 of 2019, condominium prices in Makati CBD increased by 9.43%. Now, you might say that the figures here are based on historical data, but what about last year, 2020? No. Just to share, condominiums had a strong start in 2020. We all know that, no? And it is owed to the part of the interest in property investment carried over from the previous year. Now, although there was a temporary dip because of the coronavirus pandemic, no, residential real estate prices of various types of new housing in the Philippines rose by 27.1%. This actually happened in the latter part of the second quarter, and this is based on the survey of the central bank. Now, for this year, no, 2021, no, we're very optimistic about this year. First and foremost, our economy is expected to recover. The International Monetary Fund has predicted that the country will revert to a 6.8% GDP growth in 2021. To cite another example, no, the Institute of International Finance has forecasted that the country's GDP will rebound between 8% and 9% this year. Aside from that, the vaccine is expected to be available. Okay. Now, when all of this happens, we feel that there will be an increase in confidence for people to become more mobile, diba? Kampante na sila, no? Especially for the majority of the workforce who can now go back to their physical offices. Okay. Now, once this happens, the demand for housing will increase, which eventually will increase both price and rent. I know that this might sound as a cliche, no, but the ideal time to invest on red residences is really now, no? Third, why do we say that red residences is the hottest investment in the metro? It is in a progressive and interconnected location. Now, what makes Makati City progressive and interconnected are the government infrastructure projects. First and foremost, you have the North-South Railway project. Now, phase 1 of this will link to Tuban to Malolos. Phase 2 will link Malolos to Clark and Solis to Calamba, Laguna. So imagine from north to south, no, such a very expansive railway project. And one of the stations will be in Makati City, just within walking distance to our project. Second bullet, no, Skyway Stage 3, already done, already operational. Third, Makati City subway system development ongoing, and it will proceed as planned. No? And the fourth, of course, everybody might have heard about the comprehensive land use plan and zoning plan of Makati City, which the objective is to expand the Makati CBD in the center to other areas of Makati City. Now, according to Colliers Philippines, I mean, properties within close proximity to infrastructure projects will appreciate as much as threefold. There, no? Fourth, why do we say that our project is the hottest investment in the metro? It is in a strategic location. Specifically, it is in Chino Roces. Now, Chino Roces is a vibrant and thriving neighborhood. We call it the new gateway to Makati City. Why? Because it is nearby major highways and arterial roads. Third point, if you were to draw a 2-kilometer radius from our development, most key places of interest are less than 11 minutes away. And the fourth point, which I mentioned in the previous slide, you have the comprehensive land use plan and zoning plan, expanding Makati CBD to other promising locations. And Chino Roces is included in this plan. No? Now, why Chino Roces? Okay, why Chino Roces? Historically, if you take a look at the study that Lichu Property Consultants did, no, Chino Roses has had a healthy growth rate in capital appreciation. Okay. Aside from that, Chino Roses has had higher capital appreciation than other areas in Makati City. To be exact, it has had a capital appreciation of 159%. No. Now, if you take a look at Makati CBD, it is 155%. So what does this chart tell us? No? It tells us that because nga there is a lack of developable land within the Makati CBD, most likely prices have reached their peak already. However, because of the comprehensive land use plan of further making other areas like Chino Roses a progressive and a secondary CBD, prices now are flexible, but there will come a time wherein Chino Roses will reach its maximum pricing. Again, the right time to invest with red residences is of course now, no? Why SMDC? Okay, so we've already answered why Chino Roses. So why SMDC? There is a higher capital appreciation of SMDC projects over the Chino Roses development. So compared to other developments in Chino Roses, SMDC properties has had a capital appreciation of 219% as compared to others, which is 216%. No? And among our SMDC projects, why then red residences? Because in a span of just 3 years, we have achieved a capital appreciation of 120% and a CAGR, or compounded annual growth rate, of 6.24%. No? So we've showed you the importance of our location. We've showed capital appreciation, and we'd like to, of course, show you that our distinct development and its features also contribute to it being the hottest investment in the metro. First and foremost, no, Red Residences is designed to be the ideal community for dynamic individuals who like living in a dynamic city. So there is a match. No? Our features were designed to be fully integrated, okay, which is very relevant nowadays as we would like to lessen our time on the road and rather be spending more quality time at home. Everybody longs to have that. Okay? And take note, no, our features and amenities were designed to be zoned. So it was really designed to be zoned, which is another relevant product attribute as these activity zones provide for the ideal work, live, play environment needed by dynamic individuals who are constantly in the pursuit of success. Now, I'd just like to stress this now. See, Charles will explain the features and amenities in details, but I would like to stress that having zone amenities provide for a safer environment, right? Plus, because we have adequate green space, care of our walkable gardens and our green wall, this makes this very appealing for renters, no? Which is good news for investors. Okay. Now, this ends my part of the presentation. Charles, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, thank you, Sir Ruben. So as discussed by Sir Ruben, given the fact that Red Residences is located at a prime location, and another point is that the project has higher capital appreciation, and of course, the what are the features that are currently being offered by the project. With this, we can still say that Red Residences is still one of the hottest investment in the metro. So to proceed with the details, as you can see on the screen is the location and accessibility of the project. So Red Residences is located in Chino Roses, Makati, which is highlighted in red. So you can access the project via Hill Puyat Avenue, Ayala Avenue, and Skyway Skyway Road natin. So as you can see, we're just a few blocks away from Makati Medical Center, Little Tokyo, and Makati Cinema Square. So if you're familiar with the area, yung road behind Chino Roses, which is Amor Solo. So this is the direct access natin to Skyway entrance. So to give you an overview of the project, so Red Residences sits on a 3,500 square meter lot area. So this is only a one tower development with 29 physical floors. So Red Residences has a 1,106 residential units and 277 parking slots. So we also have a commercial space located right off the ground floor of the project. So we have launched Red Residences last March of 2018 and is set to be turned over by January of 2022. So please take note that the turnover date might change since we still have an ongoing application with the HSUD on the extension of time to develop since the construction timeline was affected due to impact of the pandemic. So next is the building chart of the project. So as you can see, the ground floor where our residential and commercial is located. Next would be the second floor to sixth floor. This will be our parking floors. Then the seventh floor will be our amenity plus some residential units, and the rest of the building from 8th floor to 31st floor will be purely residential. So for the amenity floor, which is located at 7th floor, so these are the features and amenities of the project. So at number 1, we have the gym area. At number 2, of course, we have yung swimming pools. Then at number 3, we have the function rooms. And number 4, the lounge areas. Then at number 5, we have yung landscape areas natin. And at number 6, of course, yung jogging path natin. So the next slide will just show you the renders and the artist perspective of our project. So here is the artist perspective of the main entrance. Then next one would be our main lobby. And then another perspective of the main lobby. Next would be the render for our left lobby. Then this yung next image natin would show you the amenity floor at the 7th floor, which shows you yung view from outside ng facade natin. Then next would be the amenity area. And then another artist perspective of amenity area. Next would be our function room. So as you can see on your screen. Then next would be the render for our lounge area. And then last would be the perspective for our gym area. So let us now proceed with the building features of the project. So for Red Residences, we'll be having the following. So we have the green wall. Of course, we have yung 5 elevator, a 24-hour security, semi-addressable fire protection and alarm system, generator sets for common areas and selected residential outlets, centralized cistern tanks, provision for telecom and cable lines, and of course, the intercom system. So with the unit deliverable, so as you can see, this is a standard SMDC unit deliverable, but specific to Red Residences, what we'll be having is an additional range hood and cooktop. So we'll just breeze through these floor plans. So starting from 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 5th floor, and 6th floor. So this is specific to our parking floors. While 7th floor, this is the mixture of our amenity area and some residential units. Then for our typical floor, this is the typical floor for Red Residences starting 8th floor to 30th floor. And last will be the 31st floor plan of the project. So for unit layout, this is what Red Residences is offering. So first, we have a 1-bedroom with balcony, which is around 26 square meters. A 1-bedroom with den with balcony, which is around 35 square meters. And a 2-bedroom unit with balcony, which is around 60 square meters. So for the unit distribution, as you can see, the major component of our building would be the one-bedroom unit, which is around 1,060 units. So the price range is 6.5 to 9.3 million. For our one-bedroom with den with balcony, this ranges from 8.9 to 9.2 million, while the two-bedroom unit with balcony is around 15 million. So next would be the pricing information. So currently, Red Residences is at 253,000 pesos per square. That will give you around 6.5 million in TLP. So given the standard payment term, which is the 15% in 21 months and 85% balance, this will give you a monthly amortization of 54,000 pesos. But now we are offering a payment term promo of 10% in 37 months, which will give you around 20,000 pesos of monthly amortization. But please do note that Red Residences is included in the Give Me 5 promo. Another discount is we are offering a 5% discount, which is applicable to all residential units that is effective until June 2021 sales cutoff. Sir Ruben, do you have anything to add?
Yes, Charles. Do you still? I'm just checking. Do you still see the presentation?
No, sir.
Oh. Okay. Let me just share this again quickly. Okay. Can everybody see the pricing information of Charles?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yes. Thank you, Charles. Now, what I also wanted to add was that if you take a look at the monthly amortization of 20,000 per month, no, if you do the math, which is 37 months, that will probably amount to about 748,000 plus, no. Now, given that amount and given the reasonable monthly payment terms, no, if I was an investor, no, I will look at it as if though for only 20,000 a month in a span of 37 months, I would have already increased my net worth value by at least 6.5 billion. Now, why do I say at least 6.5 million? Because based on the the previous slides, no, the slides of Lichu Property Consultants, SMDC properties have a capital appreciation of 120 to 290%. So you can just imagine that capital appreciation, no. So as an investor, I feel that that information would be important to me, no. Aside from that, Charles mentioned that our turnover would approximately be January of 2022. No, now imagine by then if you start investing on red residences now, no, by then you can already earn passive income through the rental yields because now we're expecting that eventually the workforce of the Makati CBD, who our renters could be, will be going back to the Makati CBD. So things to consider, no, when you discuss this with your potential investors, no. Charles.
All right, thank you, Sir Ruben. So the next slide will just show you a quick computation on the standard payment term and promo payment term. Then next to discuss would be the keys to success of the project. So of course, this is very standard for all SMDC projects. So as mentioned earlier, since Red Residences is located at Makati, which is the sought after address in Metro, which is a prime location. So if you have ever visited any SMDC project, so you would have experienced firsthand the resort-style amenity and hotel-like lobbies of our projects. And of course, the integration of residential condo to SM Mall, since we are providing and we will be having a commercial or retail area which is located right off the ground floor of Red Residences. And last but not the least, of course, our professional property management, which is the GPMC. So just to give you an update, so currently, Red Residences, we have already topped off the project, meaning structurally, we have completed the 29 floors of the project. And then for our mock-up floors and units, this is set to be completed by end of April of 2021. So this is just the FAQs. So once we have provided you a copy of the presentation material, so you can browse this through. So I guess that's it for Red Residences. Sir Ruben, do you have anything more to add?
Yes, thanks, Charles. No, well, we're close to ending our presentation. No, but before that, no, I just really like to leave our sellers with some key takeaways. No, when they talk to their potential clients. No, Red Residences is indeed the hottest investment in the metro. You know, it is in Chino Rosas Avenue. No, four things that you should always remember about this project. It is located in the most valuable and sought after address, which is Makati City. It is located in a dynamic, thriving, and progressive neighborhood that is Chino Rosas, no, where land values will appreciate. Our features and amenities are best suited for the dynamic workforce of the Makati CBD, who our investors rental market will come from, no? And of course, the capital appreciation of Red Residences is 120% with a compounded annual growth rate of 6.24%. There. Back to you, Charles.
All right, so that ends the presentation for Red Residences. So if you have any questions, you may raise it now or you can key it in the chat box under it. All right, thank you everyone. Trish?
Thank you, Sir Charles. Thank you so much, Sir Robin. Again, guys, if you have questions, ayan, anything to clarify, I see now in the chat box coming from Nikki Onodera. Hello, is it possible to get copies of the presentation for reference? Okay. Sige. So, actually, for not just for Red Residences, but for the rest of the projects for quarter two of this year, our team will be releasing the copies by this week once nakompleto na natin lahat ng projects. Okay? Sige. Any other questions? Anything in the chat box? Everything is clear? Ayan. No one is also raising their hand. Sige. Okay, going once, going twice. Ayan. So, I believe there are no more questions. Ayan, lahat nag-thank you naman na. Okay, so again, if in case you guys will have questions about Red Residences, including Smile Residences, please do not hesitate to type it in the chat box. All of our representatives will be more than glad to assist and answer your queries. Right, so once again, thank you, Sir Robin and Sir Charles.